All right, I am pulling you up for real this time, okay?
Okay. That was the warning.
All right, welcome everybody back to Sailing the Xiinvarian Sea, episode 11. Happy to be back. I am a bit tired, just a forewarning. Doing a 24 hours, so wish me luck. I'll be your DM for this evening. I'm ArchmageFreya. We'll start with Chanel.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
you
Chanel.
are, who you're playing. Who knows?
Yup, I'm Chanel, and I'm playing Callius, the Tiefling Warlock.
Ollie?
I'm Ollie, and I'm playing Ren, the not furry Triton Druid.
Scaly. And we are down one Aberama Black for tonight. He might be joining later. He should be getting home about halfway or maybe a little over halfway through the session. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll be back. But he plays as Ed Boon. I'll be taking care of Ed Boon today. They are a Warforged Artificer. Kiwi?
My name is Kiwi9802, and I'm playing Tetra, the Human Bard.
Cooties?
I'm Chief Cooties, and I'm playing Lunaris, the Asmer Cleric.
Frankie?
What up? I'm Frankie, and I'm playing Fanrix, the Goblin Rogue. And Freya's really badass this 24 hours, so go follow her.
Thanks. Super Casual?
Super Casual, aka Elixir, and I'm playing Sai, the half-elf fighter.
Yeah, and we'll just get right into the summary of what happened last time. Thank you, Keely, for writing it, because I didn't write it this time. So if I stumble a little more than normal, it's probably because I've never read this before. Or, okay, I've read it once, actually. That's a lie. Following a scene towards the farmhouse, our heroes inspected a cellar door with claw marks and traces of blood upon it. Tuan tried to convince people to join their gang and expressed a fear of dogs. Meanwhile, Fanrix picked the lock to the basement, or the cellar down below. Callius buys his and Ren entrance into the Bewoop. Was it Bewoop? Boo-woo? 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 Boo-woo?
Boo-woo.
Boo woo.
Was there a P at the
Boo-woo.
end? We gotta
Yeah.
ask Aberma.
Yes.
Boo-woo?
No, it
DM
is.
me.
It's
Boo-woo.
BEWWOOP.
Did Brima actually spell that out?
Yeah,
Yep.
he sent it to us. And then when he kicked me out of the gang, he left the DM where he sent it to us.
Boo-woo.
Ren was attacked from a wolf from the forest surrounding and quickly transformed into a wolf to fend off these monsters. Fanrix saw a second and a third. As the second launched itself towards Fanrix, the third clawing itself at Lunaris. Sai stepped in to take the damage not without disturbing it, distributing it out twice as hard. Lunaris used her spiritual weapon and healed Ren to close her wounds. With collected effort from Ren, speak with animals, Callius' suggestions, they tried to reason with these werewolves to untransform, as they were probably humanoid people inside. But they seem to have lost control of their faculties and could not. Despite Sai's weapon not cutting through as well as usual, he was able to deal a lot of damage. Tetra was able to sleep two of the wolves, and Tasha's hideous laughter the third to subdue their advances. To no avail and a bit of back and forth, the group decides to tie up these werewolves or beasts. Ed Boon has some qualms about the idea of not finishing off their attackers and tries to attack the sleeping beasts, which is where Tetra and Lunaris use their magical powers, arcane devices to intervene. Currently, we pick up all the beasts tied up or being tied up, and the group is still in the process of the next step. So, I'll be taking us out of initiative. As who I believe it is, Sai, Ren, and Tetra are tying up the cackling dragon on the ground. Ed Boon looks over to you and looks at the smaller werewolf at the. Oh, let me pull up the map actually for you all. Is up at the top left section of the map. Looks over to the small one that is very hurt from its wounds, nearly dead. And then sort of looks over to all of you, surveys it, and just sort of like waves a finger to Tuan. Tuan, come on. And then looks to all of you. You're wrong about this. And then kind of just like does like, whatever robotic mechanical sigh that they can actually do. We'll talk about this later. Do what you want. Walks off. And as Tuan sort of combines into Ed Boon's body, you just hear Urban. And they walk off about 15, 20 paces, lean up against the side of the house, and just kind of watch as you try to tie all of them up. So, with that said, what are you all doing?
We have about a little more than 30 seconds till the two of them wake up. Do you guys want to tie them all together or to a tree? I shout out the rest of the group.
I think to a tree is a great idea.
Yeah.
I think they might be able to unbind themselves just on the ground.
I agree with
Okay.
that.
Did I see like a chain or anything? Because I can use that lock from the door that Fanrex lockpicked to like kind of make like a chain around them, if that makes sense. Is that possible? If I saw a chain over there?
If you could find a chain, yes, but you would have to actually lock it. You don't like have the key to lock the lock.
Yeah, you're right.
So if you could somehow if Fanrex somehow did something to, I don't know how you would. Could you lock something with a lockpick technically?
I think it could.
Well,
yeah.
don't you not need the key to do it? Don't you just
You
press
just-
in it
You
lock?
just snap it to. I guess.
right? Yeah, you just snap.
Yeah,
it
I guess you just
together.
snap it together. Yeah, I'll say sure. Give me, if you want to make a roll to see if you can find a chain.
Okay, when I run over there, before I run over there, I ask Sai if he can take the wolf that's laughing to the tree.
Yeah, of course.
I'm also still in beast form, so I'm still a wolf. So I think I do better when it comes to like sight and like perception stuff.
As a wolf?
Would I be able to?
Can you confirm that?
Maybe. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
Don't be
Dire.
sorry.
A B C D.
Did you say perception or investigation?
I said perception.
For the chain.
Oh, it's hearing and smell. I messed up. It's hearing and
Yeah,
smell.
I didn't think that wolves have that good of eyesight.
Why not? Okay, no, go ahead.
Because they don't have very good eyesight. I was like, that's why. If you're an eagle, for sure. Give me investigation or perception. I'll take either, honestly.
I'll do investigation, and that's gonna be 22.
22.
got a
Yeah,
10
you can
on
find.
perception.
You can find a. What are you trying to perceive right now? Or the chain?
Chains. Yeah.
Yes.
You do spot one, Tetra. Over nearby the goats, there is actually a chain that sort of keeps the fence sort of together. But the goats have, but it is like slammed basically open, and the goats are, still the stench here is horrendous. The goats have basically that are up in this pen over here are basically dead, slaughtered on the ground still, likely by these creatures just making a broad guess.
I'm gonna make a like a dog dry heave noise. I'm gonna be like, "Ugh," as
I
a
hate
wolf,
that
you
noise.
know?
That's the worst
Little-
noise
little-
ever.
Little hairball.
Bleh.
But yeah, and it sort of just comes off because it's not like it's locked. It's more like just sort of secured in place with just like. But yeah, you're able to take it off, and
I am like running, by the way, because I want to do it before the 30. I'm trying to get there before the 30
yeah.
seconds.
I would say that you can get there in time. However, if you're trying to, where are you trying to take the two that are sleeping? It lasts 10 minutes, right?
It lasted 1 minute, and we went through 40. We were at the 40-second mark, and we were midway through the combat, almost to my turn again. So that would have been 30 seconds
Okay.
left.
So you have the two up north tied up right now. The one at the south who is laughing, you said you might be trying to move it. Was that correct?
Yeah, but being that I have sleep and Tasha's in my spell book or my knowledge pool, would I know that moving creatures would affect that spell, or would I have no knowledge of that?
I mean, for sleep, Tasha's wouldn't be affected. Of course, you would know that, I would say. I don't know if you have a ton of experience, but you know that it's more like them getting jostled awake or damaged. If you are trying to like tie them to a tree, I would say that they might have a chance, but it's not as like, it'd be like they'd have a chance at disadvantage. It would be not at that, it wouldn't be that likely to rouse them. The bigger issue is the one that is laughing is basically thrashing around on the ground and also dead weight.
Could I drag them as a wolf?
They are significantly larger than you.
Okay.
They're about, the one at the south is about 8 feet tall, 7.5, 8 feet tall. So they're big. They're big fuckers. Damn. So you could,
That's gross.
but I would say 2 people to drag the larger ones would definitely be easier.
Okay, I'll do that as a wolf then, with anybody who wants to help me. I'll just like bite it and drag it. What is with you, Frankie? I'm sorry.
Pick me, sweet. I'm ready to go.
I can't talk. I'm a wolf.
Oh yeah.
So if it's just you, give me an athletics check for me.
I think I don't get any. Okay, so athletics as Ren, I'm worse.
So you should use the wolf stats.
Okay, I don't see like a wolf stats when it comes to athletics, but is there like
It's just strength modifier. Yeah.
okay?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Also, I never mentioned I am
So-
house sitting. That's why I'm in a kitchen. There you go.
I got a natural 20. What do they call that again?
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yep. Dirty 20.
Yeah, with a dirty
Nothing
20,
dirty about
you're
it.
trying to drag it over to a tree.
Wherever they direct me to drag it. So I'll look at Kiwi with those wolf eyes again, like.
If I'm looking at the map, I see like 2 trees that are kind of apart from the others. So I probably just motion. Well, I'm kind of not there, right, with the chain? Because I'm getting the chain.
Yeah, I would say so. Oh yeah, and I would say
Oh, then can I like bark to get her attention and then like look at her wolf-like?
Well, I will say Sai's next to you, and I did ask Sai. Sai and I conversed about tying them up, so maybe I would have, nodded to one of the trees. that are between the three. I don't know if Sai's helping you though.
Yeah, Sai, are you gonna help me drag the tree or drag something to a tree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I'm in wolf form, so I'm gonna look at you with the puppy dog eyes instead of Kiwi. Instead of Tetra.
Give me an athletics check then, Sai.
Okay. Ooh, 12.
12 is enough. With the two of you, you are able to do that for sure. Drag over to a tree.
Yeah. We tie them up to the tree.
Okay. So you're tying this one up at the bottom over to a tree.
Mhm.
What are you doing with this one up here and this one? You have about 30 seconds.
I think those are already tied, right? We're
They're
gonna tie them to trees too.
they are cuffed at the hands and legs, or whatever hand-like limbs they have.
I think I have a little extra rope left over. I could use that extra rope to tie them more
Mhm.
like to the tree. In addition to like their hands and legs being tied already.
I would say in the 20 seconds, you are busy with this one here. Down here.
Okay.
You would be busy, so someone else would have to do something before they arouse.
Maybe Fanrex.
Need me to help or what? I overhear the conversation. Because I'm down to help. You know me. I'm a team helper. I'm kind of coming around to Wolf Girl too, but you know what? That's a question for another day. Nothing around about her, by the way. Nothing around about her. Anyways, stop this bantering. I'm down to help. What you need me to pull?
I guess in a rushed fashion, I'm like, we need to get this thing sleeping right here to the tree as fast as possible. If you want to help me drag it, and I pick up a arm and start to like no avail, but with no help. Like, please.
I look at Callius struggling. All right, you convinced me enough, but you owe me for this one.
Sure.
And we'll
Wave
talk
my
about
hand.
it later, in private, obviously. All right, I would like to help him do this. So to make an athletics check, DM.
Yeah. Can you both give me athletics check if you're trying? Are you trying to do the larger one or the smaller one? The one on the left, the top left here. I didn't start. Sorry. You guys can join the session now. My bad. I should have started it.
Yeah, I was watching on stream. I was like, wait.
Yeah. Sorry
Yeah,
about
me
that.
too.
Sorry about that. I just forgot to press the start button. That's my bad.
You good? I'll help whichever one.
So
Callius
this
is
one
doing.
or this one?
Which one is?
I was
good
thinking
for
the
you?
one, just nearest to me.
Mhm.
Like,
Okay, then,
kind
yeah.
of frantically.
Yeah. Give me athletics checks.
Here we go, big rolls. Come on.
Fanrex, I will say make it a disadvantage because you are 40 pounds, give or take.
All right. Okay. Okay. I rolled a nice one, but you're lucky. You're lucky. I like you. All right. Anyways, here we go. 22.
Ooh, so what's the worst roll? What was the
I got 16.
so you rolled what was your first roll, Fanrex?
It was at disadvantage, or not? It wasn't at disadvantage, but it was just like by itself, just 18. But I rolled a
So-
disadvantage, and then I rolled 22.
You rolled 22 at disadvantage. So you rolled 3 times and your worst was an 18. That's actually insane.
Like that.
Either one, 18 or 22. Callius, you start to pull this werewolf by the legs, and then Fanrix hops in and starts pulling the other one by the leg, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta go faster, because Fanrix is just like heave-hoing, basically, pulling back to this like tree. I'm assuming to this tree here. Are you trying to tie this creature to a tree?
Yes.
That's the plan.
I believe I still have one little section of rope still
I will say
from the side.
for the group down below, Tetra, because you said you were going to be chaining this one to a tree. Can you give me a sleight of hand check? And
Well, I did, but Sai said they had extra rope, and I thought we were chaining him all to the one tree. So I would probably go for whoever needs the most help, personally.
okay,
Knowing Tetra.
this one is unattended. This beast up here, unattended.
Probably start making my way over there, and if I can't drag it, I would just try to chain it to something around
That
there.
was the smallest one, though, right?
That is the smallest
Yeah.
one. It is about 4.5, 5 feet tall.
But Tetra is weak. So.
Am I done helping Sai?
By the time that the spells, well, actually, this werewolf gets to roll at the end of its turn. So this thing has 5 rolls to beat your cautious hideous laughter. Where is its step? First one's nope. Second one is a 13.
Nope.
Okay. Third one's a 4. Last one's a 15.
15 is my spell DC.
Meets it, beats it. So it ends a little early. You are sort of expecting to have a little bit more time. And this thing stops as you guys are... Actually, we'll get there in a second. Lunaris and Tetra, are you trying to drag it to another tree to chain it to that tree?
Yeah, probably. Unless there's like a something on the wall that we can that's sturdy enough to loop it to, like a beam or something.
There's no, I mean, there's no like apparent beam. There is probably a beam, but is like, you know, blocked by whatever is on the outside, whatever, you know, like the siding, if you would. So it's not easy to tell. So you would bet a tree would be better. You could technically try and tie it to part of the well, but you don't know how dirty the well is, old it is, whether it would come apart. It would be faster, but
Okay,
it's a plan.
I'm down for tree.
Tree? Okay.
Yep.
Lunaris, Tetra, give me athletics checks, please. Sai, I would like a sleight of hand check from you. And whoever is tying up the one at the top. Actually, yeah. Callius or Fanrix, can I get a sleight of hand check from the two of you? See how fast you can tie a knot.
Yeah. I got some fast hands, all right.
You all can
got it.
do it, but you all know how to tie knots. You work on chips. It's more about how quickly you can do it.
I got 23.
Okay.
I got
Dude.
21.
So
Like a 16.
Those are all pretty good. Those are all definitely good enough. You, before the one to the south is able to get out, tied to a tree, tied the other one to a tree. What did you guys roll on your strength checks? Your athletics checks?
17.
I got a 9. Or no, a 7. I'm so sorry, 7.
A 17 though
I know.
is very good and is enough. If it was one of the larger ones, it would not have been enough with a 7. But with the smaller one, Lunaris is able to pull this thing mostly of the way with you helping a bit, because 2 bodies carrying
When she pulls,
something.
I go, whoa.
Yeah. And you pull it over to a tree. And I need one of you to give me a sleight of hand check to see how fast you can. Well, you do have actually, I will give you, with the chain, because you found the chain, I will give you advantage on this.
Oh, baby. Oh, well, dirty 20s on the first. Oh, okay. Sleight of hand. 21.
21.
22.
You're
I cannot
with,
do math.
with tandeming with Lunaris, you're able to get the chain around, lock it, snap it, lock it into place.
21.
Snap it into place. You have all 3 of these creatures, werewolves likely, in place on these trees. And just as you finish, Sai, tying this creature up, the laughing, the cackling, the sort of writhing stops, and you see it sort of just like snap in and focus on you. And you just hear this like, and you kind of, it sort of lunges at you with its bound hands and sort of stops as it, I'm assuming it's like you're tying it around like the waist or something, the waist area, so it can't like lunge towards you. And it lunges a bit with its bound hands, tries to swipe, and you are just barely able to get out of the way in time. And it just sort of looks and does like that like low guttural growl as it looks towards you, and just sort of like seethes like Darth Maul in the Phantom Menace as it watches you and studies you and looks towards you impatiently, I would say. And the other two, you said it was a minute on the spell sleep?
A minute total.
The other two do a similar thing. You guys have time. Lunaris, Tetra, Callius, and Fanrix have time to back away from these creatures just before they wake up.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop my wolf form then.
So no more.
Yeah, no more. Okay, so after dropping my wolf form, like everybody's tied up to trees. Everything's basically good. They're regaining consciousness, and I think Button's gonna just head up to maybe the middle of it and be like, we need to figure out a plan on what to do next, because I'm pretty sure that Lunaris and I are in trouble.
Why are you in trouble?
Wait, is it common knowledge that like we failed our Constitution saving throws, or like no? Okay, forget it.
Who all took damage this fight?
I did.
So I think
Did
Sty got bit.
Callius, Tetra, or Fanrix?
Didn't Fanrix get bit by the first?
Fanrix got missed for sure.
And it like went over my bald spot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I was like,
So I would say instead of just the two of you, I would say that you would assume Sai as well.
Okay.
But I would say that is knowledge, like, because it's folktale, right? Like, even if it's folktale, it's not like you don't know the science behind it, but the folktale is that if you are bit or scratched by a werewolf, that you would transform into one.
Okay, so would you say that Ren has this knowledge? Because I kind of figured it out. I don't know if I figured it out as Ali or Ren. Would you say that?
I would say that you would have it, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go into the team and say, I'm pretty sure these are all victims of werewolves and they're in that state. And because Sai, Lunaris, and I got bit, I'm pretty sure we're in trouble as well.
In trouble of becoming like them?
I believe so.
Is it night out?
No.
Damn.
It is afternoon.
It's the full moon thing, like in D&D 2, or?
To your knowledge, yes.
Okay, so can I use my cantrip of Druidcraft that allows me to predict the weather for 24 hours to see if there's going to be a full moon out?
I would say that wouldn't fall under Druidcraft.
Okay.
But if you want to give me a nature check to see if you know when the full moon is, you could certainly do that.
I'm just going to open it up to the group then. I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to the phases of the moon. Does anybody know when the next full moon shall be?
Well, when I was steering the boat not too long ago, and Lunaris too, would we have a better idea on the moon phases? Since, especially Lunaris, I think she was the night shift.
Is Luna in her name?
By following, yeah, true.
Yeah, I would say so. Because you were night shift. Yeah, I would say so.
I asked Lunaris if she remembers if she followed the sky, on the way here.
Would I?
She remembers
remember
the
that?
phase.
Would I?
Give me a nature check with advantage. Not a high DC.
20. 30.
So you would know that very common knowledge, and the months of the year, there are 12, every 30 days is a full moon on the dot, which is how the months go. So at the end/start of a month is always a full moon. You are getting closer to it, but you are not. It's the 23rd, so you're getting close to the 30th, which is the last day of the month. But you are not there yet. So it's like, 3/4, probably half. I mean, maybe half, because if it's a new moon at the 15th, yeah, it's about half then.
I relay this knowledge to Ren, as well as the group at large.
Okay.
Seems
And,
like the
however,
moon's not even affecting
I would
it.
say, you would also know there are 3 moons. So the one that is primarily the largest moon is every 30 days. Give me a nature check, not with advantage, for the other 2.
15.
15. You would know that you're probably somewhere between 2 to 4 weeks out from the next the blood moon or the red moon. Is about 2 to 4 weeks out, and the smallest moon, which comes with it is often very much associated with colder temperatures when it is full around this area of the world, at least to your knowledge. That is only full once every 2.5 years, so that's a bit out. You got a bit on that. At least it has been quite a while, so you've got at least 2 months though for that to be a full moon. Or at least a month and a half, excuse me.
I'm scared of the moon.
I am too.
I got a moon for you, sweetheart.
Excuse me, I misspoke about the first one, or the second one, excuse me. That one's not going to be full for another month or so with 15.
Okay.
I misspoke. But none of them currently that you have seen in the sky are full or super soon to become full.
So we have a little bit of time till
Yeah.
the next full moon. is what I'm
Okay.
going
Yeah, but
with.
does that mean you stay indefinitely? Like you don't transform back into humans since it's daytime out and they're still wolves?
I'm unsure. I know about werewolves from folktales, so that's what really brought my awareness to the situation. But when it comes to the rest of it, I don't want to make a pun here, but kind of out of my depth, out of the water, something fish-based. Sorry. But going back to it, since we at least have these, I want to say people tied up, we should check in on the basement.
Yeah, that's our only answer right now. Otherwise, I don't know how to keep you, or how we keep you safe other than putting you not on the top floor of the ship. I don't know how that works. If you have
If
to be
worse
exposed to the
comes-
moon.
If worse comes to worse, I would agree to be tied up in whichever way that you guys can best contain me. But hopefully we are able to help us and them before it comes to that. Would anybody care to join me in investigating this basement?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense for me and Ren to go first.
You
gonna
two
get
would want to
bit.
go first. So
Jealous
you can go
are-
mwah down there.
Jealous are we?
That leaves you and Sai alone, Fanrex. I'm just saying.
Oh, his face turns, his little green skin turns a little red. Okay.
I'll babysit
I
the
might stay
goblin.
up here.
You still hear
I might stay up here in an adventure.
from around the corner. I'm still here. Lounge.
Okay.
I
What
think I
would
should
you
pick
like
a
to
dude.
do? What would you like to do?
I'll stay up here. I don't trust him. Points towards
Understandable.
the werewolves. And goes back to resting against the wall.
And you, Tetra? Where you going, sweetheart?
I might stay up here too then. If they get loose,
And Horn
it might be
Boy?
a bed.
He has a
Oh,
name.
I'm coming down. Sorry, I didn't even realize you were talking about me.
It's much more effective to gather somebody's attention through use of their name rather than use of a random feature that they have
I'm just
and
touching my
their
horn.
gender.
You know what? I guess you're right. I'm gonna call you Flea, because you got fleas. Nah, I'm kidding, sweetie. I'm kidding, sweetie. I'm kidding.
And Lunaris like lean down and flick his bald spot.
Hey, watch
But
it.
he obviously didn't learn when I set him on fire the first time, so. Would you care to join me, Lunaris?
I would love to.
So is it just the two of you or Sai also going down?
I think Callius.
I'm
Or
Sai is
going
Callius,
down.
excuse me.
And Sai and Fanrex and
Sai is babysitting.
I'll give him a baby, all right.
Unfortunately.
What is that supposed to mean?
So the three of you heading down, looking down into the basement, is rather the cellar, excuse me. See, who all has dark vision?
I
Or do you all? I will.
do,
Tieflings
yes.
definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure they do. Love tieflings. You were all able to see the stairs that descend down about 10, 15 feet down into a sort of dark clay floor. Are you proceeding downwards? You see some shelves that are that sort of begin, but not really able to see much into it at this angle.
Can I do a perception check?
I mean, there's nothing much to perceive at this angle.
Okay. What
It's
oh wait, I have dark vision, so it doesn't even matter if I like light a torch or not, right?
if you are are you going down? If you're starting to go down, I
I'm
mean, it
going
would
down.
matter. Dark vision allows you to see in gray, black and gray, and it's like only so good. If you light a torch, it's always better, even if you have
Okay.
dark vision.
Okay, so I'm gonna hand a torch to Lunaris, and I'm gonna snap to turn it on. We might need this.
nifty trick.
I bring it out sometimes. And then I would like to venture forth.
Okay. Can I get a marching order, please?
Oh goodness, I'm scared.
I don't mind going first.
I have the torch, so I feel like I should be first, right? Like
No, I'd rather you be like in the middle. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. Okay, so Callius.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll be at the end then, I guess.
Okay. Callius, then Lunaris, then Ren. Heading down the stairs, torch in hand makes it much easier to see, but you see Callius as you go down, sort of these creaky old wooden stairs. Going down, you see a lot of walls. This is clearly for storage, more specifically for food storage, as just going down you see that there are preserved foods of all kinds lining these walls. Peppers pickled in various ways. You've got onions, garlic, salted meats. There are bottles of like unlabeled liquids that you can just see at a glance.
Is there alcohol?
Make a perception check.
Fucking
But
Can I do that like
it's
can I,
not
like-
large, by the way. It's about 15 by 15 feet.
Okay, I got an 11.
11. It's hard to tell. Doesn't. I mean, maybe some of those unlabeled liquids are possibly. There's also like, okra and corn that are just sort of hanging up. Some of which is being dried or preserved in some sort of way. But no. Yeah.
Like nothing of interest, just like foods.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
And
my
can I make my way just to the back wall of the 15 by 15 feet just to, I guess, verify that's the end of the room?
Yeah. For sure. Are you like going up and like feeling it then?
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
12.
12. I mean, just putting your hands on the back wall, sort of reaching through this like shelf. Yeah, you touch the back wall and yeah, like feels like wood. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'd like look really focused and feeling just out the room, and then my analytical stage is over, and I just let out a big sigh. I'm like, okay, I thought this was gonna be way more dangerous. Looks like maybe we take some of this stuff and utilize it on our ship.
Part of me is conflicted with the idea of stealing food in that sense. But I also understand the needs of survival. I do have a problem because I feel like we're a bit lost in this. Where do we go from here?
That's a great question. I'm putting stuff in my bag at this point. The pickle jars.
Callius is just shopping, and he's like, "Yeah, that's a good question."
Can Lunaris like walk by one of those unlabeled bottles and just like pop it open and like give it a sniff?
Yeah.
I'll sniff just to see.
Give me a nature check.
She's gonna get twisted.
21.
Wow.
21.
21. Yeah, this is some sort of fermented like berry drink, like mead or something like that. Callius, as you are sort of starting to fill it up, you do see that there like on these shelves with your passive investigation, on these shelves of you as you're sort of, putting things into your bag, there is a finger trail, a blood mark finger trail on one of these shelves. Not on the one at the back of the wall, at the room, on the back, but the one when you turned right to the left.
Can I tell? Is it like fresh blood? Is it like
Make
it's on the back wall? You said?
a survival check for me.
Okay.
No, not on
Okay.
back wall, on the left wall. So when you
Okay.
head down, it would be the one that you head down and look at, because you turned right, basically, to look into the room.
And what was the check?
Since I have
Survival.
medical knowledge, could I do it as a medical check?
I guess it could be
Yeah,
actually
what-
medicine. Probably medicine is a better role, actually. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
So, Callius, do you tell us?
Yes. As I'm
Okay.
like looking at it more, 11.
11. I mean, it's
I got a
not
13.
crazy old. 13. Yeah, I mean, it's probably. I mean, it's not more than 2 weeks.
Okay, I'll alert. Oh wait, I don't know if I should alert the others. Okay. Callius, how about we investigate this a little bit more thoroughly, see where it leads? Or would you rather tell the others first? This seems like it could be important.
I'm fine just sticking my head out and letting them know. We're just checking it out, but no imminent danger. But no, I think we should look through this whole room, see what's going on.
Okay. Can I follow the trail and like investigate where it leads and see if it goes to like any secret cool things?
Sure, give me an investigation check.
And before
Ugh.
Callius pops his head up or anything, Lunaris is like, maybe don't tell them about it's the bottle she's holding, and she like puts it in her bag
It's a secret
I like
between
what
you
you're
and
thinking.
for later.
What was your nature check? 21?
Nature check. Yeah,
21.
21.
I would say if you're pocketing this is a bottle of mead that is not quite done. It has about maybe a month or so left. You could drink it, but you might be risking it. So I would say 1 month left fermenting mead. For you. Yeah. Callius, you popping your head back up, and what was your did you roll investigation for seeing where the
Not
trail
yet.
went? Okay.
Oh, not one. I don't want to talk about it.
Um
Man, that sucks.
even with an at one, I would say that you're able to see that there are certain other blood spots on this, but it doesn't seem to be leading anywhere. In fact, it might be leading you backwards
Back outside.
or back towards the other one.
Oh. I do like a perception check to see if like there's anything else that like sticks out.
I would say that would be part of that investigation check.
Oh. I'm terrible at this. I need a friend's help.
Hold my hand, Miss Freya.
Callius, you popping
like
your
holding
head
a
back
pencil.
up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you were able to head right back up the stairs. Again, the stairs sort of creak oddly as you walk back up to the surface. If you would, you do have to sort of bend down a bit as you get towards the like the tallest part of the stairs. The sort of like bending under the cellar ceiling, I guess, if you would.
I guess kind of just suspiciously, like I hear it creak again. Can I lift, or I try like lifting one of the floorboards?
Yeah. Give me a. Are you trying to like pull it or just testing to see if you can?
I'd say like yeah, just one like yank, and then I'm like leaving it alone.
Give me an athletics check. And which stair are you doing it on?
I'll say like middle.
There are.
Okay.
Oh yeah. There's 14 stairs going up. It's like one or. Yeah, there's like one every 10 or so inches.
Lucky number 6, and I just look at that one.
6 with a 6.
Oh no, I meant the staircase. The
number
6 stair,
6.
sorry.
Okay, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, give me giving a pull on it. You
And I rolled a 14.
14. Giving a pull. It does not come up.
Oh, okay.
You do feel like with a 14, you're like, oh shit, maybe I could have ripped that off the nail.
How does the how do the staircases look? Is this like kind of like an inside, like in houses where they have like closets underneath, or is this just a empty staircase?
I would say with that, as Callius, you start walking on it and thinking about it, you pull on it. It does sound a little hollow.
I turn around instead of going back up. and go back, to Linares and Ren. Something had stopped me on the way there. I think we should look more into this staircase. Just a hunch.
I would say for you, Ren, with that question, it's a little difficult to tell because there is like shelving that's like shoved up against the side of it.
Mhm.
So it's a little difficult to tell. There's no like door or anything, that's on the side. But based on, what Kalia said, you can make your own interpretation.
Well, since it seems like there aren't any other things that stick out besides trails of blood down here, maybe we should just investigate further into the stairs. Is it like dusty here, or does it look like there's been like movement recently?
I'll give you another investigation check for that.
Okay.
I would say
Don't feel
for
me
free,
now.
it is a little dusty down here. It does have that sort of cellar, food cellar vibe. Like people come down here probably, once every couple days or something and get their food and then go back up.
Yeah. Oh! I got a 5.
Okay, it's better than a 1.
Damn.
You don't see any particular footprints. However, you do see, not difficult to see once you start like looking at the ground, and you sort of are fixating more on the bookcase and near the bookcase. But you do see that there is some blood sort of smeared across the ground here. Near, did I say bookcase? I meant shelf. Excuse me.
Okay.
Near this shelf that is against the staircase. That's what I meant to say. There is blood around there.
Should I move the shelf?
If you would like to try.
I'm not the strongest. Do I have to do a check? Do I have to roll for that, or can I just do
You
it?
could. It's up to you how you want to do it.
I just want to do it, but I don't want to roll for it. So maybe I'll ask for Lunaris' help, if anything, so I don't have to roll for it. I don't know if Lunaris is the strongest necessarily either.
If you want to take time. Oh, sorry.
No, she's like 5'2". I'm over.
What the hell?
If you want
I'm
to take
5'6"
time
a week.
to
Uh-huh.
take things off of it, it might make it easier to move. But
Wait,
as
what's
it
on
is
these shelves?
like
The food.
jars, like
Food? Okay.
yeah, like food items. Everything in here, it's literally just a cellar for food and like beverages.
Okay. So for this shelf specifically, I'm gonna go and take some of the food base or the food jars or whatever. And I'm gonna look at Lunaris and say, I know this goes against my moral code a bit, but I don't know. We'll get this out of the way for now. Maybe pocket some of it and then see what's going on with this.
Lunaris will start helping, and then leaving if there's doubles of certain foods, like taking one of the doubles so that we can leave.
Yeah,
something
not all
else.
of these are full. There are empty jars in here, but we are moving towards winter, so most of it is getting towards the full side of things as they're preparing for like stocking up for winter basically. It doesn't get extremely cold in these parts, but this is a pretty warm part of this area of an already temperate climate. But it does, get chilly, and it does, certain things don't grow as well here. But you're able to move it.
Snacks.
Of the things, I want you to tell me specifically, what are you pocketing? What are you bagging?
Make it good.
Bag in some okra.
Okay.
Some pickled okra.
Just one jar?
Yeah, we're just gonna go
Pickled
put that.
garlic.
Is there pickled garlic? I'll take that.
There is, yeah.
Okay. Pickled garlic,
Heck yeah.
and then
It's not like the pink like baby garlic that they have at like sushi restaurants, but there is pickled like, adult, if you would, garlic. Oh, that's ginger.
like
Excuse me.
that.
Ginger is the pink one.
Yeah.
Garlic is. Never mind. Okay, good. Yeah, that's a much smaller jar. It's like that yay big, but
and then throw in some. What else was there?
there's
Some pepper.
corn.
Oh, no.
There's peppers. There are peppers. Dried, pickled.
Ooh,
And then
is there some of that dried
seeds.
meat?
There is dried meat, yeah. Salted, but more specifically. It's not like jerky necessarily, but it's preserved, like salted. It looks like goat, specifically, meat.
I go.
Let me know if your bag fills up, Lunaris. And I just am poking like the stairs somewhere, like testing the hollowness like for each part of it.
So
Yeah, I would say as you're testing it, just for free, the top is less, it sounds actually less hollow than more sort of the middle.
Okay.
Should we move this shelf out of the way now?
Give me a athletics check for both of you. Both of you can do it with advantage. It is still a heavy wooden shelf, but moving them all out of the way. How many pounds?
7.
How many pounds of this salted goat meat are you?
like 8 pound.
Okay. They don't.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of it, anyways. It's only about 4 or 5 pounds. It looks like they probably mostly kept their goats for, like, some sort of goat milk or like you do see in the corner actually as you're sort of looking, you do see that there is some like cheese that is sort of being made. But they probably kept their goats around for some sort of milk to make cheese. Probably unsure of how that process works. AKA, I don't want to explain it because I don't fucking know how it works.
It's your homework, Miss Freya.
I don't want to do my homework about goat cheese. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me neither.
I rolled an 11.
I have a Greek person here for that.
Oh, want to introduce yourself? Like,
11.
Ciao.
You guys start
11 and a 7.
11 and 7. Might need to get Callius. Might need someone else.
Callius!
Oh yeah, of course. And I like see some of the goat meat and throw a little bit and go right into the motion of pushing.
Give me with an athletics check with advantage.
I have a -1 in strength.
16.
16 with 16. The two of them sort of pushing this, and you start like, put your back into it and pull the thing. It starts to shift and shift and shift. And specifically Ren and Lunaris, are you still holding the torch or did you snuff it? Because you would have been like pulling with or pushing with like one hand or like with your like shoulder and back.
I say with the shoulder, like on one hand.
She's strong.
With
I like Nara's strength.
sort of, you do see that as you're moving it, that this thing the dust around here has been messed with quite a bit. Like this has been moved before. And as you start sliding it, you hear from behind it, not any further. Are you going to continue to move it? Or poke your head in? As you do see emitting from there a little bit of light. Candlelight. Or some sort of firelight.
Okay, RP locked in right now, right? I'm gonna call out, "Hi, we're here to help. Are you okay?"
Who are you?
We're group of adventurers. We were sent to investigate what's going on because there have been a few reports of missing people.
There's no response. You hear a whisper and a different voice that whispers back, but no specific words that you can pick up.
I have the capability of healing, so if you are in need of assistance, please call out. I will be entering.
Show your hand.
And then I show my hands.
Are you gonna put like your hand like through the crack that you've basically made? Because you have like about this far, so you could technically stick your head through.
Mm-hmm.
As you put your hand through, showing your sort of webbed fingers. You use the help. Yeah,
Okay.
I could use the help.
Okay.
Start pushing the bookshelf.
What's your name?
My name's Ren.
Kamasu.
What is yours?
My daughter's in here with me.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, sorry. I mean, I'm not saying that, but Ollie's saying yeah. I'm like, heck yeah.
And I think that's where we'll take a break because I have to pee really bad. So we'll take a break there. As you found at least 2 of the 3 missing people. Take a break right there. And so I can go to the bathroom. And we'll be back shortly with more D&D. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you to my players. And we'll be back in a sec. You're back. Alright, I'm ringing y'all up.
Yeah, my foot job.
Okay. Well, that timing was something. Welcome back, y'all.
If they're aware of Frankie, they know it's coming.
True.
Nothing to worry about me.
After beginning to move the
Obviously.
shelf and seeing light and hearing voices from underneath the stairs, what would you like to do?
I could just start pushing the shelf without any other vocal cues.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to break in so I can help heal them.
Still,
Or attempt
yeah.
to
If you
rifle me.
like sort of look past in the like crack that you've made, you do see there's a little like under the shelf or under the stairs. This shelf has sort of a wooden back, so you can't actually see through it. But yeah, under the stairs, low hanging ceiling, there is a bit of like storage area that you do see. You don't see anybody right now. You do see, however, someone's leg. Not like detached, by the way, but like their legs. One of which is very bloody and very much poorly bandaged. It's
Okay.
dried just by looking at it. Can't stick your whole head in yet. But can I get a strength check with advantage from Callius and Lunaris then?
Could I ask them to just come out?
I mean, you can.
Okay. Would you guys mind stepping out so I could better attend to your needs?
If you want to move the shelf, I can.
Okay. We have our best people on it.
Prefer not to walk though. But...
I'll help you out.
Okay. Give me a athletics check from Callius. Ooh, what are you doing?
Got a 17.
Biting my cords. 17. You're muted.
I am muted. A what check? Sorry.
Athletics.
Athletic. That's a 4.
Not a natural one, I don't think. So with a 17 and not a natural one, you're able to start pulling and pulling. And you do see that this area opens up, and you see that there's basically enough room where there is this young girl, probably, human, about maybe 7 or 8 years old, not very old. And this adult man who is lying down with poorly wrapped leg and arm. And there are these jars of sort of consumed, presumably, food. And now, sort of looking back, you did see certain areas that were randomly sparse, as if someone had just kind of grabbed them and then not stocked back up or not put the jars back.
Mm-hmm.
There are these empty jars around where it looks like they quickly, in a hurry, took things in a sort of hideaway in here.
Okay.
And as you look
Can
in,
I-
you see this man
sorry.
who's just sort of like propped up against, and against the side here. The stairs right behind his head, barely long enough to fit his form. Ren, right?
Yes.
What happened to the things out there?
They are currently tied to trees.
They're still out there?
Yes, they are.
They're gonna break
You're
free for
safe.
sure. No, you can. I'm not going out there.
Understandable.
They're weak. You wouldn't have to see him.
Do you mind if I tend to your wounds first, and then we can have a conversation about what happened?
Please, please.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on?
Yeah. Do you want to look at the wounds first, or are you just gonna go up straight to it and just cast Cure Wounds?
I'll look at them. I'm guessing he got bit and scratched.
Very likely. I will.
Okay. Do I have to investigate it medically, or?
Yeah, give me a medicine check. You'd have to probably take off these bandages. They do not look great. With a 24.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever you tell me I could do with a 24.
You begin to sort of unwrap just to see how it looks. Because this is clearly the work of a untrained hand. Likely not just the work of an untrained hand, but someone who could tied it on their own arm or did it to their own leg while they probably were only using one arm of their own. But looking at it, you don't have experience with werewolf scratches or bites, but this is mostly scratches, not as many bites on the legs. And you look at the sort of arm, and there is a bite in the shoulder. These are about 4, 5, 6 now, maybe 5, 6 days old of a bite. And it's more worrying about being infected than anything. Cure wounds could help for sure,
Mhm.
but it might be a bit more like a disease at this point. You're not sure if this guy is cursed or has lycanthropy now, even with the 24. But he's not in good shape.
And you're saying cure wounds might not be able to help him?
It would for sure help him,
Okay.
but it might not be the end all be all.
Okay, so cure wounds and take 2 antibiotics. See you in the morning.
Something like that.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at his. I'm gonna move the bandages. I'm gonna use cure wounds. Is he gonna be like all like, wow? I'm just gonna cast it.
I will say, as you cast it, 10 points of healing, which is more than enough, you are able to seal off the wounds on his leg entirely. Casting it sort of just walking it up. You see. Holy sh. Okay. Thank you. And sort of looking at his arm, it didn't actually. It's weird with these like lingering wounds that haven't been tended to, that weren't like attended to like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly like how it is when you treat it as it happens. So fixing his arm, like his leg, he would be able to walk on it. Disease, it's not 100% sure. You might have to monitor, but on his arm would need another cure wounds if you want to get it working. But he could at least walk now.
Could I like use my medical knowledge to at least have it like bandaged up?
You could. Yeah, you could. I would say with that 24, you could, if you have the supplies you have bandages or something to wrap it with, you could bandage it properly.
I don't specifically have that, but I feel like, because I didn't put it in my kit, but I think just being like the surgeon's assistants, I typically just have like character based, I would have like a first aid kit, essentially. But
I would
that's
say that you would have had it with you on the boat that you were on previously.
Mm-hmm.
But you would need to get another one, or like you might have forgotten it when you were teleported away.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now you could for sure get some sort of clean cloth and use that as a bandage. Absolutely.
I'm gonna do that. Do I have to like look for the cloth though?
I mean, if you're ripping something off of your own garment, you could absolutely do that. But that's up to you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, yeah.
I'll do that. I'll make my shirt a crop top.
Okay, ripping it off, you bandage up this guy's arm. Oh, the leg feels a lot better. Give him a clean bandage on his upper arm, sort of shoulder, upper arm area. We heard quite a lot of voices. How many of you are there?
We have 4, excuse me, because there's Ed Boon. Yeah, we have 4 others up top. They're keeping an eye on the beast.
Thank you.
So, what happened?
At this point, I'd like to have gone up and I want to notify the rest of the group.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. What do you say to the group?
I go up. I'm still literally iced out with my armor of Agathis.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's 2 survivors. I'm not sure if we're gonna have to leave immediately to get them like safe refuge. But other than those 2, it seems safe down there.
We should rob him.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not there. I can't react.
Well, I'm saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I didn't say we're gonna do it. It was a suggestion.
Your jokes usually land, Fendrix. I'm sorry. If you saw the state of the survivors, you'll want to help them. And
Let's do
after
that.
that, I kind of go back down, like to assist after relaying the information.
I tap Sai on the arm. You think he's mad at me?
Thank you, Callie. Let us know if we can help out.
Yeah, okay. Scratch what I said. I'm still there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think just as soon as we leave the cellar, they'll need somewhere safe to rest. Maybe if we could. I'm not sure how the ropes are holding, but yeah, not worry about the werewolves for now and get them somewhere safe.
We'll need to figure out what werewolf for sure.
So far, I would say that the ropes are currently holding. They are more so just like, in their bindings, they're doing a bit of like thrashing and like, but nothing currently too much.
Frey, did I find anything when I snooped through the house?
I was about to give me an investigation check. What are you looking for?
Oh, Tetra would be looking for anything shiny, musical, books, and
Oh, fucked up.
consumable.
First that you find a food cellar, oh, let me just take all the food and go find people who are messed up. I'm gonna take all their shit.
I'm just looking.
Crazy. Give me an investigation check.
22.
22. You said shiny and musical.
Sorry, 21. 21.
You said
I cannot do math. Yes, anything musical and shiny would be her instinct, but also she would be looking for books and consumable beverages.
Consumable beverage.
Like water?
Well, yes.
You wanna drink so bad.
There is like rotting, in terms of beverages, there's rotting like goat's milk on the counter right now that has been probably there based on, not in your knowledge at the moment, but based on the people downstairs, however long they've been down there, which seems like about a week based on Ren's assessment medically. Shiny, in one of the bedrooms, there is a necklace, and in one of the drawers, there's a necklace and a ring in it. Silver ring.
She pockets it.
Pocket both of them?
No, just the more expensive looking one.
Give me a intelligence check. See which one is more expensive.
14.
14? Yeah, the ring itself is this silver ring with sort of this almost like a line in the middle of it that has some sort of like other jewel or gem sort of inlaid into it. This sort of bluish hued gem sort of lines this ring.
Is it a wedding ring? I'm just like
But
the poor
looks
guy,
like the more expensive one.
the single dad downstairs, no leg, no arm, with his daughter while we're robbing him of his precious valuables.
No partner.
No partner.
No maybe.
Partner.
As for musical instruments or anything like that, there is a like a small like pan flute that is in the other bedroom.
I already have bird pipes, so I'll keep that there. I won't take that.
Okay. Beverage wise, other than the goat's milk rummaging around, there is a half drank, like still corking, like not like it's just like fucking sitting there, but like in the cupboards, there's a looks like half drank bottle of some type of liquid. From the outside, it has like that really like old style, you know, the like it's not like see-through glass like we have today. It's that sort of like greenish, darker glass that keeps light out very well.
Ooh.
So it's hard to
I
tell
put
what
that
the
into
liquid
one
is.
of my. I put that. Can I smell it and then put it into one of my vials?
You want to uncork it?
Yeah.
Give me a nature check, survival check. Nature, I guess nature, yeah. Nature makes more sense.
I Chihuahua. Nature. 13.
13. You do have a discerning palate, if you will, when it comes to alcoholic beverages. Probably some type of berry mead, yeah.
Oh, I put it in both my vials.
Are you taking all of it?
No, if it's that empty, then I'll just do one vial.
Well, how much of the like so it's like half a bottle basically. I'm more asking
Yep.
how much of that half bottle are you taking? If it's a vial,
My whole vial.
vial's like probably like 3 shots worth.
Perfect.
Yeah, about 3 shots worth. I would say. And you cork it and put it back.
Yeah.
You have a vial of
I take a
mead.
swig and then I put it back. I take a swig and then I put it back.
Okay, vial of mead. And I would say that that's mostly what you find in the house, if that's what you're like looking out for.
Alright, she'd probably just go out to the group if they didn't come in with her.
They didn't. And as you sort of walk out, the Ed Boon there sort of with Tuan on their arm, like right now, sort of tweaking something, looks up towards you, keeps working on their sort of working on Tuan tweaking, and you just hear, man. Tweaks again. Urban. Nods
So
to
what's that
themselves.
gang about, Ed Boon? How did you guys get into a gang?
Ask Tuan.
Tuan, how did you get into a gang?
Beep whoop. Sorry, maybe ask after maintenance. Looks back down.
Damn.
I think Tuan
That's
finds
tough.
it a little hard to talk during maintenance.
Alright, I just go bother Fanrex for a cigarette.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that after. Sorry.
I was like, damn, you put her on the spot there.
I kind of did.
I pull out my pack. I flip one up. Need a light, sweetheart? And I go,
What are you lighting it with?
You have matches. You might have matches or a tinder box.
Oh yeah. My Tinder box, right, Sarah McGee?
Got like a flint and steel, like.
Oh yeah. Like, psst.
Yeah.
There you go. Don't mention it. Long ass day, huh? I feel that. I feel that, man.
It's not even over.
I tell you what, I had enough of that Lunaris. Can't stand it at all.
Who can you stand, Fanrex?
Yeah, that's a good ass question, honestly. Y'all lucky someone ain't dead yet. That was a dark joke. Alright.
You do know that I have Ed Boon's money, right? So that does make me probably the richest. Unless there's something I don't know about the others.
Oh wow. Oh wow. You robbed that Boone?
No,
you had it
they
in you.
willingly gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's definitely Ed Boone style right there. As I always say, Ed Boone head ass. Anyways, you find anything good in there or what? Anything good in that whatever the hell y'all went into?
No, everything was rotted.
Fuck, man. You sure everything was rotted? There was nothing, nothing nice, pretty.
You can go check, but
Bruh. Nah, I've been out here trying to talk to that elf boy over there. You see him? He acting real bad recently. He acting real bad.
is he mad at you?
No, he's not mad at me, and I'm not mad at him, but he does need to be taught a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, girl?
I don't know what you're saying, so elaborate. What kind of lesson?
Sai
Well,
over here is what lesson?
well, let's just say you, me, an inn, and a couple of drinks. Let's just stay from there. You know,
What are you
it's a night
talking
to get
about, Goblin?
I'm just saying that's gonna get really interesting, you know.
I thought you told that blacksmith to meet you tonight at the inn. Don't you
Oh.
think he'd be a little upset if he saw you with Sai?
And he's old as hell. He wouldn't remember. I like them young. Wait,
What the fuck, Fanrex?
I never said that. I
How old are you?
20 part.
I
I-
walk off with the cig.
I think your character is 28, I believe.
Is it 28 or 24?
He's 28.
I gotta look at my bio. Okay. Sorry about the Drake allegations.
He didn't mean it like that. He didn't mean, I swear to please God.
A minor.
Oh!
Don't say it like that, Frankie.
I know I fucked up. My bad. That's embarrassing. Oh man. That's fucking hilarious.
Downstairs, as you bandage up. Oh, thank you very much, Ren. What I mean, we'll probably just, sort of looks to his daughter. We're gonna stay down here until going back out there. That was awful. You asked how it happened. Is that what you said before?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What happened? How'd it happen?
Taruna and I were farming in the fields, and oh god, what's her name? And Vim, she didn't come in to work that day. I mean, it happened really fast. It was like I heard some rustling, and we were out in the fields, and I heard rustling. There's two of them, and I mean, I just got jumped. Small one and a big one. These huge wolf beast things, and I started running. I ran. I knew Taruna was in another part of the field. I started running to go get her, and one of them jumped onto me and bit me in the shoulder, caught me, and I fell, and I was just lucky enough that I was able to fall and roll to my feet. And I kept going, and they almost tripped me up, caught me in the leg a couple times, as you saw. And once I got to Taruna, I was just yelling. I was just yelling at her to run for the house. Sort of looks over, and eventually when I got up to her, I just picked her up, and we ran to the cellar, and we locked it behind us. And I guess I did edit it that it wasn't a padlock because they couldn't have locked it behind them with a padlock. It was a lock from the inside. But minor thing. And they started scratching. The two of them started scratching at the door. And they came back the next day, scratched at it again. That day I decided that we would just hide in here. Use the old crawl space, whatever, storage, whatever this is. That's really it. They came back the next day again. Probably at night. Hear him scratching, howling. Sounded awful.
It is awful. And your wounds definitely need to be looked at further, as well as the fact that I do believe that they are under a curse that might have infected you as well.
Excuse me?
I believe that there is a chance that these beasts are under a curse, and unfortunately, you may have found yourself under that same curse based off of these wounds.
Sort of leans back, just trying to process. Think I could be like them?
Quite potentially.
Uh, shit. He sort of thinks to himself for a second. I mean, I've got to get away from my. I can't risk anything happening to my daughter.
Might be best if we can try to
Isolate or something?
isolate, definitely we need to have your wounds looked at further. I'm scared of an infection first, and then quite potentially the curse next. We do need to investigate further so you can find out how to break this and potentially help all the others who are infected with it as well.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Can you take my daughter into town? I'll lock myself down here if I have to.
Definitely we should be heading back in town just to further assess the damage that was done and to
So you need
make
to
sure everybody's safe and aware.
so you need to look at my wounds further. Do you mean to like take me to Irelai?
What's that again? Like real quick, I'm sorry.
Irelai?
Yeah.
That was the herbalist in town.
Oh yeah. Okay. Back in. I believe so.
That was
would
like
be
that was
best.
like 4 weeks ago. So yeah, I mean, you guys, that might have been literally earlier this day in game, but in real lifetime, that was like 4 weeks. Yeah. So
Yeah, my memory's bad.
hey, my memory was bad. I had to look up her name.
Nothing bad about you.
Thanks. I think it would be best if we all made our voyage back to town.
I mean, what are you gonna do with them? With the two of them? What would you say they were? The curse things?
I believe they are werewolves.
So the two of them are outside?
There's actually 3.
Oh.
I'm assuming that your companion might have been turned as well.
And then you hear finally the daughter speak up. Vim? You think Vim was one of those?
Vim the halfling, correct?
Yeah.
We did find a smaller werewolf outside. And that's why I think it's best that we make a plan to heal and help rather than the alternative.
The father sort of nods. Yeah. Okay. And my daughter's safety is the most important thing here.
Agreed.
Inside.
So what is your Sai is still upstairs or outside, I would say.
They're all
Yeah, still downstairs.
Okay.
I mean, you could make your way downstairs if you want. but-
No, no, because
I
I
love
have
it,
all
but
these
yeah.
conversations going on.
I'm happy I'm downstairs if Fanrex is acting like that.
I was like, please let me downstairs.
I know I
I'm
initially
done babysitting.
I initially said I wanted to go back downstairs.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I possibly be downstairs?
Yeah, you would have made your way back downstairs.
Okay.
This had been taking some time between the healing, the patching back up of the arm. You could have made your way up, told them, made your way back down. Absolutely.
And how old's the daughter?
8.
Okay.
They are
I'll talk to-
humans.
Okay. I'll can I have their names again? Sorry.
Yeah, the father is Kimasu, and the daughter is Teruna.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make my way back and finally go into the crevice because I had only pushed the bookshelf before. Kamasu, I could promise you, your daughter's life. I'll put mine in front of hers. She will get safely back to town. I can assure you they won't see her, and she won't see them.
Can you first off, can you give me a persuasion check with advantage? Because I thought that was really good. So I'll give you advantage on that.
I'm convinced.
I'm convinced. Freya, am convinced. But
I don't know if you saw my face. I was just like,
yeah, I'll give you advantage.
17.
Okay. Okay. Can I ask you something, please?
Of course.
Can you take her to you guys aren't from here, right? I've never seen you guys around. Small island.
No.
Have you
Only been
do you
in
know
town for
who
a short,
do you
a short
know
while.
Miss Riddle Speaker?
No.
Emily Riddle Speaker, the baker in town. Nice elderly halfling woman. Could you take my daughter there?
Of course. And I do anything, talk to her about anything before we take her there, because
Yeah.
I assure you we will.
I want to be left alone, but I don't want to be left alone, you know? You gonna be okay?
I think maybe
Sort of looks over to his daughter and she nods. How do you feel? Like looking up, the daughter sort of looking actually down at this point to her father. And honestly, better than I have all week. I'll be fine. Definitely putting on that face of strength in the face of any sort of adversity.
Taruna, you'd only have just focus on this, and I make a minor illusion in my hand. It's just different fish, like spiraling around.
that's quite cool.
At a normal pace.
You do
Just
that.
like a ball of fish.
Yeah, do you see that? That's so cool. He like looks up to it.
When we go upstairs, you just close your eyes. I promise they won't be able to see you, and I'll make it my priority to get you back to town.
Okay.
I think at this point in time, it's our best course of action to meet up with the rest of the crew so we could devise a plan and what to do to set forth. Definitely going back to the town is heavily to be considered, but how we're going to do such is open.
And at this point, Kamasu speaks back up. Should I stay down here alone, or? I mean, if you said you tied them up, you should tie me up.
Well, I really want you to get checked out medically, so I don't know if that's going to be the best. I don't know if we're capable of doing such if you are tied up, but We'll talk in a few. If you feel more comfortable down here, definitely. Or I could ask my colleagues to join us downstairs, but then they would be leaving the beast unattended.
Okay, yeah, we'll go up then. Yeah. And a sort of nods, quietly. Sort of like with a wince, puts like all the weight on like his right arm, and slowly gets up to his feet.
Can I help him out? Can I help him get to his feet?
Takes his good arm, reaches out his good arm, lift up. Thank you. Finally getting out of this. And you smell in here is not pleasant of two people who have been in close proximity in this for 6 days, small area. Can imagine
I use fruit craft to like make it smell like flowers real quick?
yeah. You guys have really, the daughter's like, you guys have really pretty cool tricks.
All the better to keep you safe with.
That's cool. And Taruna seems like unharmed entirely. Not really a scratch on her, which probably explains why this father figure was so messed up, using himself as a shield.
Good dad.
Okay. And they get up and sort of wait for you to see what y'all are gonna do.
Yeah, I'll cast invisibility on Taruna.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
I wasn't lying. I promise they won't see you. Just do your best to close your eyes, and before you know it, we'll be in town.
And she sort of like looks at her arms, which when you cast invisibility, you're on yourself. You can recognize that you are like invisible. You can still see yourself and your belongings, but there is this sort of like almost translucent sort of shimmer around everything. And you just hear, what is happening? What did you do to my daughter? What? Hello?
Don't worry. And I just like kind of guide her arm to the dad's hand. So
Okay.
they could,
Okay. Maybe warn people. Maybe warn people first. And he sort of grabs his daughter's hand. Warn people.
Sorry, spellcaster thing. I've been doing this for a while.
I guess that's fair. Thank you, though. Going up then?
You could join us.
Maybe you go first.
Understandable. Lunaris?
Yes.
Yes? Coming?
Mm-hmm. She snuffs the torch out, too.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I can snap it off.
Yeah. And the three of you ascend the stairs. Is there anything that the four of you up top would like to have done while this is happening, or are you guys just watching the werewolves?
I'm just watching where they came from, or where the group went to, waiting
Can
for
I
them
look
to
down the
come
well?
out.
I'm sorry, what was that, Tetra?
Can I look down the well?
Yeah, make a percent. Do you have dark vision? Okay, make it a disadvantage.
Human.
Oh, that was really bad. Oh, that one.
It's quite dark. There is a rope that sort of descends down into, if it was, noon, if you would, it would be a little easier to see down into the well, but because it's sort of later afternoon, about afternoon time, it was early afternoon when you got here, I believe. So,
Can I throw a rock down there to see if it's water or ground?
Yeah. Look around for about a minute, find a rock, toss it down. Hear it clack off the side. And then you hear a sort of like a Okay, yeah, you hear a sploosh. Like, there's water. It's a little shallow, but yeah. Like, it's not like one of those like deep like plunks, It's more of like a, I don't know how the fuck you make a shallower noise. I don't want to do that.
All right, turn to the rest. That's it.
You do see one of them, one of these werewolves. Sorry, actually, I should. What were you saying? What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say Saya's actually keeping watch of the wolves. I would like to do a perception check on basically just the three of them all together.
Absolutely, go for it. Yeah, you can kind of take a position where you can look at all three of them at once, very easily.
20, dirty 20.
30-20. You do see the first one that attacked you. With like this, it's quite difficult for them, but they are trying to reach around right now at their wrists and trying to get their claws to scratch the rope. Scratch the rope and you see kind of see a couple of the fiber, like they're not getting anywhere quickly. But you do see as you're watching like a couple fibers sort of, you guys have strong rope. Like this is sailing, rigging rope. This is strong stuff. This is not cheap rope.
I relay this to the group that are up top. We should probably do something about them like soon before they kind of dig their way out.
But the other two, specifically the one, especially the one with the chain, looks tired. The smaller one, just sort of looks like, looks uncomfortable more than anything. Is just sort of like thrashing around, not towards you, more so just looks uncomfortable. It's hard to tell with 20 perception. I mean, you could give me an insight if you want to do that, but maybe more focused on the one with scratching. I don't know. Depends on your priorities, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like I'll be more focused on the one trying to break free. If the others seem kind of tired and not as active.
This one seems more angry and like trying to do something about it.
Yeah, so I will definitely relay, like, yeah, we should probably do something about that one soon.
Should we try to scare it into stopping?
I'm not sure how much scaring it would help. Maybe we clock it on the head.
Why don't you put it on a leash, man? Make it your pet. Could always do that.
How about you try, and we'll watch.
I never said I was gonna do it. I'm just observing.
I think clocking on a head sounds like a good idea.
Is there like a giant stick on the ground?
A rock?
There is. You also know that maybe the blunt end, the hilt of your sword might work. But if you want to use a stick, you could also do that, or a rock, or a big branch or something.
I was thinking that too. I want to swing like a big old stick on the ground.
Give me a perception check. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a decent amount of trees around here, so it's not like it's a high DC. You will find a stick. It just depends how good the stick is.
11.
Yeah, you find like a large, pretty like sturdy, like I don't fucking know what types. Cedar? I don't fucking know. Is cedar a sturdy wood? I don't know. Branch. You kind of like hit it against your leg to see how like hollow or like I don't know how hard it is. You're like, yeah, I think that can knock someone out. You've knocked people out before. Not happen a bit. Yeah, this will be good. And head on over to the werewolf. What are you doing?
I want to give it a nice big old swing across the head.
Give me an attack roll with advantage. It is restrained.
Okay, so just any roll, or like not clearly not
So-
with my longsword.
You would have the same attack roll as your longsword because this is an improvised
Okay.
weapon, but you are a fighter, so you're not it's not uncommon for you to use an improvised weapon.
Okay. Nat 20.
Nat 20. How much health does this thing have? So because it's an improvised weapon, roll a d4 for me and then double it.
Okay.
Where's this thing's health at? I know it's here on my sheet somewhere.
One. So 2.
So 2 plus your strength
Oh, plus my strength. 5.
plus 5 or plus 3
No,
to
plus
5.
3. So
Okay.
it's 5 total.
5 total. You crack it upside the head, and it like sort of you see like it get like rung, but it sort of looks out towards you and it tries to like do the like tries to go at you again and cannot because it's restrained, of course. Are you hitting it again? You hear like this crack. You can even hear it from downstairs. You hear like this crack of like a wood, but it is wood, so it might have just been a branch.
Mm-hmm. I'll give it one more swing.
Okay. Attack roll with advantage.
Oh, I didn't even do advantage, but I got a nat 20 again.
I will say, without even needing to roll damage, with 2 natural 20s in a row, you crack it upside this like temple area again, and just knock it clean out. And it just kind of goes limply off to the
Well
side.
done, Sai.
You
I
s-
just throw the sticks
Yeah.
aside to the ground.
You see like this like crack, like this lightning bolt style crack down the center of it, of the branch as you toss it down.
I didn't know it had it in you. I didn't know you had it in you. Slightly impressed. Not gonna give you too many props though. You gotta earn
It
those
used to be a
props.
person. I hate to do it to it. But
Want to show me that stick some other time?
now, Fanny.
Oh,
Anyways,
Anyway,
The 3 of you heading up with Kamasu and Taruna and So come back up. You see, as you're ascending the stairs, this crack. You see one of the werewolves out cold, side tossing a stick. As you look, the other 2 werewolves still tied up. The 4 of your other companions, your other family, sorry, around, sort of, looking at you as you come up. Masu sort of looks out, still holding his daughter's hand. Yeah, definitely that one. She points to the smaller one. I think that one? Holy shit. Come on. And like sort of like pulls his daughter along. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Whoever wants to come straight to town with me, I think that would be best.
Yeah. I think are you am I going with, or is it just my daughter going with?
It's up to you. I could take her straight to the bakery, and whichever one of my, or however many of my companions want to go straight to town.
What was your name again?
Callius Lovrali.
Alias? Kamasu? I have your word?
You do.
He offers his like sort of still holding his daughter's hand. He offers his wounded like bandaged arm like weakly up to you. A shake on it.
of course, and yeah, bring up my hand.
Shake. It's a pretty weak shake, but given the circumstance of his arm, it's not surprising. Straight to the bakery. You okay, sweetie? And looks towards kind of like
His
invisible daughter is like looking kind of where he imagines he's at. Yeah, let's go into Miss Riddle Speakers, right? I mean, you'll be fine, right? Yeah, I'll be fine. And you feel like this like poke at your side. Pretty neat trick. Yeah, let's go. I don't want to see those anymore.
I just shout to the group. I have my objective. I'm going straight back to town in the bakery. I'd like at least someone to come with me for just safety, but whoever wants to come straight with.
Are you going on foot, or would you rather us take the boat out and go all together?
We shouldn't go together. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with these wolves.
Man, surprised y'all even came out right now. I didn't know you can make out for that long down there.
Are you jealous
also-
that you weren't invited?
Hey, listen here. I got my own priorities, alright?
And then
Also-
Ed Boone sort of speaks up. I can go with you, Callius. Is that cool?
Come on, let's take the boat before they care.
We're taking the boat?
I think
Hope
that's
you're
the
not.
quickest way. What do you guys think?
With sailing this boat.
Yeah, we don't have
Let them
you
take
won't-
the boat.
You won't have the crew
Gotta
to
take the boat.
sail.
Taruna's like, where's your boat?
DM, how far is it on foot?
Bring up the island. Let's see if I have the. So with the sort of broad map of Zathir, your boat is at the southern part at the Xiinvarian estate. You sailed, so a direct line there might be faster. Just walking from the Amal farm, which is where you're at on the western side, to Zathir. You guys sailed basically from this inner like bay, if you will, all the way up and around this island, like the side of the island, basically the lower portion of this Pac-Man mouth, if you will. So
Alright,
where's your boat ship thing?
We actually need to go talk to May's family. It's at the Xiinvarian estate right back there.
And the Kamasu's like, Xiinvarian. Yeah, they're characters.
That one.
Yeah. I mean, that's almost as far as Zathir is.
It might be better if Callius and Edboon make way with Taruna on foot, and then we can bring the boat back so we can reconvene. But first, we do have to discuss what we're gonna do here.
I think, yeah, I totally agree.
Is that a
Might just
robot?
be-
What it? No offense.
I'll let him answer for you.
He's a friend.
They sort of just like look. Be whoop.
Say hi to them. Come on. Make
What's
acquaintance.
up? They're just done with it, and they're just kind of like, "Come on, Callius, let's go." Urban.
We'll be there. If anyone wants to meet us, we won't leave from there.
Okay.
All right. So,
And I just tell Taruna, I could turn off invisibility whenever you'd like, by the way. if
No,
you're
no,
freaked
this
out by
is
it.
so cool. I want
Alright,
this
great.
forever. You have to teach me this.
We'll talk it over.
And you can
We'll have
kind
a
of
lot
like
to talk about
hear,
on the
like
way.
it's not like as bad as the circumstance, like, just keeping up, like, you can see like the little footsteps like come like by your side as she makes way with you. So what are we doing then with
You're not going with your daughter?
well, they said I could be one of those things, so no. I'm not gonna risk doing
You
this.
know what happens if you are one of those things, right? You
I
know what happens?
might kill everyone near me.
We might kill you and take your loot.
Penrex, please, this isn't the time for your stupidity. I
It's a weird
apologize
sense
for
of
him.
humor.
I apologize for him.
Thank
He doesn't
you.
get out much.
He has kind of a weird vibe.
Yeah, you'll get a lot to love in me. You're just brand new.
Me or this is a weird set of no offense. So definitely like focusing on you, Ren, like you and Lunaris, and I mean formerly Callius, sort of sticking to the two people who like actually rescued Ren and the more familiar people, even if it's only by a few minutes. Just kind of hanging closer to you, looking towards you for sort of comfort and guidance. So what, are you just gonna leave him here? And
This
kind
is
of like
something that-
looks over at the oh my Xiinvarian.
I do have one
Looks
plan.
at the goats all just strewn across. I mean, I guess I should have
I
figured,
would like
but
to.
okay, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's what
I
that
do
noise
need to
was.
call. I do need to call a family meeting amongst my wonderful companions. So if you would give me a second, we're just gonna figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But definitely your safety.
Sort of
is one of my top priorities.
sits down on like the deck in front of the house. Is like the sort of like the deck is only like 2 feet or so. Sort of sits down and looks out at like the disaster that is in the like, you know, this his livelihood, probably these goats here, or at least part of it. And looks over at the werewolves and looks down his arm. You call your meeting.
Our family meeting. Okay, family.
I do have one plan.
I'd love to hear it.
So, some of our options that don't look great before I get to my plan is that we A, leave them tied up. They're probably going to break free. B, kill them. But it seems like somebody, and I point to the human, recognized them as compatriots, I'm guessing. Because when he came up, he said,
The smallest one, I believe, is a halfling named Vim. And
Okay.
somebody that they're close acquaintance with.
You did
prior.
get the name of one of the missing people. Was Vim Brokey,
Vim broke it, yes.
a halfling farmer.
Alright. So I'm guessing we do not want to kill them. Or C, what I was thinking, is locking them in that cellar. While we go figure out this curse. And we also have pirates to deal with. That could come any minute. And that's our first priority. At the moment. Or at least our soonest priority. Because that could be
It's
any day.
It can be any day. It's definitely a priority for me, but also making sure that this doesn't spread is a priority for me too. With one werewolf, there can be countless, and we also have to address Sai, Lunaris, and I's condition before we can even encounter any pirates in that sense. Because if we're all werewolves, then that doesn't.
Mm. The pirates will come and we don't have a choice. So that could come any day.
Apparently, so can our transformed status.
Okay, we can get to the priorities later. So, locking them in the cellar might be the best bet if he's okay with that idea, and making sure that there's no alternative routes outside that we don't know about that they can break through.
I mean, the cellar door is, it should be good to keep them in there. I'm more worried, like, how? Pardon my language, but we're fucked for the winter if I don't get the food out of there. We have no goats.
Well, we can do that first. We can do that
We
right now
can-
before we throw them in there.
I would
I think
appreciate that.
We could definitely get the food out, and if anything, we can have you speak to the kind of heads of the town to make sure you're taken care of. They're very much into the well-being of the people around here, so I can be sure that they can address any of your needs, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. If we could get everything out of the cellar, that would be great. I'll just, if you guys want to formulate a plan, I'm just gonna start doing that. Does that work?
Sounds good to us.
If I could have any help, that'd be awesome.
Vanrex, would you care to help the lovely gentleman?
Yeah, of course.
Mm,
Sort of looks over and just like starts like going down the going down the stairs.
Fanny,
Depends what's in it for me.
I won't kill you.
You know, I've given a lot out, and I've received nothing in return. What's up with that?
There may be
I-
some mead down there.
Oh. You know what? I don't usually like elf girls, especially people like you. But you know what?
It's not an
in it.
elf.
She's
Not
not
an elf.
an elf.
Oh, sorry,
She's
sorry.
not-
I was looking at you with one eye open. My bad, sweetheart. My bad. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Was that actually did you actually fart? No.
No, that was my mouth.
Oh, okay. That was
That was so convincing.
Really
That
convincing.
was so convincing.
Nah,
RP's going too hard.
my bad. All right. Since you're offering drink, all right. You're lucky I like you.
His life isn't valuable enough, but apparently some alcohol is. So please, can you just help the gentleman?
Nothing gentle about him, but I.
Nothing gentle about you, Fanrex.
Size and that.
Okay. So for
What?
the remaining crew that we have here, how do we feel about Tetra's plan? Do you think it would
No,
be best to lock them up in the cellar until we can find them help?
Yeah, I agree. We lock them up in the cellar after we move out all the stuff,
Okay. So if that's the case, would you
and
all
then
like
and
to?
then afterwards if we can, maybe see if anyone knows anything about our condition.
I definitely want to at least speak to somebody in town about it. I'm not too sure that I have the knowledge or anybody else here does, but hopefully somebody in town does. I'm
Well,
quite
let's
scared of that.
let's get started on the cellar
Yeah. Can we
and go ahead and start moving the wolves there.
So the remaining, then it would be 4 of you, correct? 4 of you
I keep watch on the wolves.
are going to keep watch while the 2 of them are moving things like into the living room, basically, of their house.
Oh.
Could Sai help too?
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
no, I'll
so-
go help so that way Sai can be the guns if they break free.
Beat him
I'll
over
go
the
up.
head with a branch.
With another stick?
Yeah.
Wait, what if-
let me do that.
What if Sai just like knocks them all out now? So when we place them in the cellar, it could be less troubling.
Or who cast sleep on them last time?
Me.
Or would you be able to?
Yeah, but let's do that after we clear it because it lasts
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. That
Um,
would be the idea.
we might need to lower. We'll talk about it after when
Okay.
if we're having trouble
Can we just assume
because
that
we might have to
we're-
knock one lower.
Oh.
Yeah, one of us can keep watch while the rest of us just go ahead and start moving stuff out of the cellar. Just whatever
Okay,
you
I'll-
can.
I'll go help Sai. If you can watch them and give us a call if anything goes wrong, please let me know.
Okay, so who's helping them move things up and down? Or just up, I guess?
Oh.
Okay, so
I guess
Lunaris
me, right?
and Tetra are watching. Yeah, I mean, they don't have it's not a ton of stuff, but it's over the course of like 15, 20 minutes or so, you're able to move everything up out of the cellar into the living room, all these jars, sort of looks at it. Oh, definitely down a couple things. I'll roll for it. Didn't think we ate that much, but okay. Yeah. Well, it's better than nothing. Thank you for the help. And he grabs one of the bottles. Helping people isn't so bad. Hands it to you, Fanrix.
Thank you very
Maybe
much.
help people, and it won't go so bad for you.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. Yeah, you're speaking some wisdom right now.
And hands another bottle to you, Sai, and another one to you, Ollie. Ollie, did I say Ollie? Oh, Ren!
Ren!
It's Ren, man. It's Ren.
It's more of the less of the food, more of the pleasure. It's berry that grows here. It's blackberry mead.
Do you have any of those seeds?
For blackberries?
Yeah, sorry, just curious.
No, we just forage them. They grow. There's wild berries. We just forage them. You go. Yeah, probably 200 paces west of here. You find some.
Thank you. Okay, so let's get
Just
back to doing what needs to be done.
Don't take too many. That if possible.
Understandable. Thank you for telling me.
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna hand my bottle to Tetra.
It's at the end of like the harvesting season for those, but should be able to find some still.
Thank you. Okay. So with my bottle in tow, I'm gonna go to Tetra.
Oh.
Here you go, beautiful.
Is this what I think it is?
I hope so.
Oh. We should open this tonight.
I have more pressing priorities, whether or not I can remain the wonderful Triton that I am, or turn into something that is less than desirable, but maybe in a time where I have a bit less on my mind. I would love to enjoy it with you.
Figure it out.
Okay, so are we gonna lock these former humans in the basement while we go get help?
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Should we do one at a time?
I'd rather start with the one that's knocked out, but make sure they're
Yeah.
chains
I would like to
remain.
save my spells just in case there's any more. But if I have to cast sleep, I absolutely will. Or anything else that I need to cast. So.
Starting with the one that is asleep, you undo the rope. It's knocked out cold. That's 2 natural 20s back to back. Like it's out. You are able to move it. You need quite a few hands. I would say the 5 of you, especially because Kamasu, who would probably be willing to help, is currently operating on 1 arm. Not like totally useless, but like couldn't carry someone with that arm. But are able to, carry basically each limb or however you want to carry them down. It's a bit awkward going down the stairs. It's not very wide, and this is a large. They might wake up.
If they're knocked out and we throw them down the stairs, would they knock out? Would they wake up from being knocked out?
It's possible.
Question.
That would be like if they're knocked out cold and you start slapping someone awake who was knocked out cold.
Okay.
That's how I'm imagining it, at least.
Them?
You can slide them
down the stairs
if you want to.
Okay. Yeah. If the group's okay with that.
I like when people get knocked out.
Okay. I'll give them a high DC disadvantage roll to wake up.
Oh goodness.
It's okay, I'm watching.
Well, That was a 19 and a 12. The DC was 15, so they did not wake up.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
But-
I'm so scared.
It slides all the way down and kind of like crumples at the bottom a bit.
Ooh.
Like full, I mean, it's fully limp. Crumples at the bottom and just like kind of sits there.
Did we check if it was breathing?
That's your problem.
No, it's not, Fanrex. That's not my problem.
Fenrix, why don't you check
It's
if
all
it's
of our
breathing?
problem.
You know what? Maybe I will check if it's breathing. Can I go check if it's breathing?
You won't.
DM?
Yeah, make
Are you saying
a medicine
You
check for
won't.
me.
You said I ain't got the bazoongas to check it.
You don't got
Alright.
the gall to.
Oh, you know what? Just because you said that, I'm not gonna be challenged by some human.
Wow, that's the first time you got a race right.
You know what? I can think, all right? Want to know about this brain? This brain will teach you something.
And what about that brain?
It knows more than you.
Are you sure about that?
You know what? It does, yep.
Okay, I would love for you to prove it by checking if they're breathing.
I
Because I don't know that.
I don't
You
know
could
if he
find
knows
out.
where to check.
Oh,
You know
be
what?
honest.
I know some medical. I'll check their shoulder, right? That's where the pulse is at. In the shoulder.
My goodness. You know what, Fanrex, how about this? When we get back to the ship, I will give you private lessons of anatomy that is as unsexy as possible.
uh,
I think he's only interested in elf anatomy these days.
Oh.
hey, mage girl, what you know about elves? Nothing, right?
Still not
Well,
a
you
mage.
know what? Just because we're all talking shit, I'll go up and check this motherfucker. What'd you say, by the way? Say it again.
Can
I
you
said I'm
check their
still not a
head?
mage?
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to say what? Huh? God damn it, Wolf Girl. I swear, Wolf Girl. This is the last time you pissed me off, all right? Okay, now say it again, Mage Girl.
I'm still not a mage.
You know what? How about you and Ren? Go to that corner over there and go like you've been doing all night here, okay?
So
sound
where's
jealous.
Fanrex currently standing?
A couple feet from Sai, because he likes Sai probably.
So is
Probably.
he at, like the top of the stairs?
Yeah, kind of,
Would
but
you
you know
say?
what? But
Roll to push.
Are you trying to push him down? Are you trying to throw him down the stairs?
I shouldn't.
no balls. Out of character.
Cut a character, no balls.
No, Lunaris wouldn't, because then you might wake up the wolf at the bottom.
Oh, you're smart. You're smart, Sarah. You're smart.
Falls down on top
We
of
lock them both in there.
Oh man.
Yo,
Can we please move the rest of the wolves?
I know it. Yeah. Okay.
I want werewolf Fanrex.
Hi, Jeanette.
Shy Shanette.
Size neck.
Now, the other two are not asleep. So moving them will be significantly harder. One of them is constantly sort of thrashing around.
Can we knock them out?
We can try sleep again.
Yeah,
think-
but we have to be
I
very
don't-
gentle if I sleep them.
I think
Oh.
it'd be better if we knock them out. It sounds terrible coming from somebody who would not kill them, but violence sometimes is the only option, and I think it is a very applicable option here, especially since we are running low on some of our resources after the battle that just entailed. And I'd rather Tetra's magic be used as a failsafe rather than the first course of action.
Find me
Mega
a stick.
Brain.
You need to. Don't we have weapons that we can use that might be better for the job?
Lunaris has like her ikla. She can just pull that out. It's like a giant stick with like a spear at the end. She flip it around.
I have a dagger.
What do I have?
Can use my pommel.
I have a scimitar. I have a scimitar. But you could probably use the helm of like the handle of any like weapon to like
Yeah, I can try the pommel.
pistol whip them. Sorry.
Violent.
Penrick,
So-
stop it.
Who is using what to try to knock them out?
I would rather rely on Sai for any need of brute strength, so I will be.
Was it the
withdrawing
Iqual?
from
Was
this
that what it
plan.
was?
I'll hand that over and like offer it to Sai. Like,
Do you take that?
Yeah.
Yeah, testing
take
the like for lack of a better term, the shaft of this. Because that is quite literally what it is. I just don't know what else to call it.
before
is
he
it
takes
called?
it, can I just be like pull it back before he grabs it and just be like, don't break this. And then like give it back to him.
Testing it
Side takes it.
like
Side takes it. I'll make no promises.
Well,
testing the handle, if you would, of it. It is a pretty hard wood. It's really hard to make the reference to something like this without making it sound sexual, because I see your faces and it's like it is sturdy. It could definitely knock somebody out.
It's strong.
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 The pommel could definitely work for this.
You'll beat his ass. I didn't say that,
Who said that, Ali or Ren?
Ollie.
Okay. Go like this.
All right. I'll go to whichever one's most active.
The smaller of the two is more active.
All right, we go for the. I'm gonna approach the small one.
Okay.
I like distract Kamasu while he's doing that.
Kamasu was still in the house currently, or is still in the
Okay,
house.
cool. So we're good then.
Take it, and are you gonna swing it? They are restrained,
Oh yeah, no, I'm.
so at advantage. And it, even though you did roll 2 natural 20s, it is an auto
Right.
crit if it hits. So.
Okay.
And what is the damage on the Iqual?
you want me to roll for damage?
Or no, just like what's the dice that it has?
Oh.
Is it a D6?
1d8 plus 1.
D8. Sai's gonna be adding +3 for that, but yeah, okay. So roll your
Yeah, I was
normal
like-
longsword hit. Hit.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to kill it. Shit.
Well, you're
Um,
using the blunt and you're not stabbing.
Okay.
So.
okay. I rolled a 16, by the way.
16 definitely hits. It is an automatic crit. Roll a D8, times it by 2, and add 3. This is non-lethal damage
Okay.
unless you exceed
Oh,
its thing by a
Jesus.
lot.
Jesus Christ. I rolled an 8, so
Oh goodness.
times 2,
16,
16,
19.
plus 3.
Yeah, even almost even more so than the previous one. You crack it, this time not hitting the temple. You weren't as exact with your strike like the last time. Like, you know how to knock someone out. And this time you're not as exact, as it's thrashing around every which way. And so you're not able to get it. And as it thrashes back, you catch it. Instead of like trying to catch it in the temple like you were, it sort of thrashes back towards you. And as it whips its head, you catch it right in like the forehead, like right above its eyes. And you guys just hear this, and it just slumps forward. It like hits back against the tree and then slumps forward. Smaller one.
All right, let's move this one quickly.
Is that one breathing?
I'm sure it's fine. It'll probably feel it in the morning.
So quickly untying this one, the one that you think is Vimbroki, the halfling woman, untying the part around the tree, keeping the hands in arms, or sorry, hands and ankles tied, are you going to? This one is much easier to carry. Only 4.5 feet tall, 5 feet, probably only about 150 pounds.
I can just like lift them up and put them in the basement, right?
A little heavy, just complete dead weight. A little heavy to do it alone, but with a strength check, you could. Sai could probably.
Sai's strong.
Sai
Sai's so
is
strong. What
Sai
do you
is
mean?
very strong. Yeah, give me an athletics check if you want to just carry them alone, like sort of like what is that? Is fireman's carry like over the shoulder, right?
Me? You want me?
I mean, that was what was suggested. You can do whatever you want.
Sure,
can't
sure,
do
we'll
it.
sure we'll
I have
see.
negative 1 strength. You don't want me to do it.
17.
17 is good. Yeah.
I hoist that motherfucker.
Hoist them up over the shoulder and just start like one arm like walking them down the stairs. You kind of bonk their head against it. Oh shit. And like, kind of because you got to like kind of duck under and down stairs and are able to sort of step on over the other werewolf, place them down.
Vanrex, I think you're drooling. I think it's a little drool.
Sorry about that. My bad. I just think that I thought what he was doing was very interesting.
Of course.
He tried.
Fantasizing over there.
He gets his hands and fans his face down from blushing, admiring Sai's strength.
The people who are looking over at the last one, you just see this one that is just sort of seething, like slowly, sort of this slow breath, sort of has its, can't quite put its like arms down to the ground to be like on all fours, but it's just sort of like looking. That sort of ferocity, that anger in its eyes, but not thrashing, not trying to make an escape, just
Could you say that again, please?
just angry.
Oh, heck. Thank you. Sai, knock them out, please. I don't like
Yeah,
the way they're looking at us.
Sai
That might be
emerges
a
from
little
the
harder.
cellar, points at the next one. You next.
You. All right. Heading
next.
over. This one is much less damaged, but they are restrained.
Okay. All right, I'll put my back into this. 21. 21.
My God.
Auto crits. Roll damage. They were the least
It was
touched
the-
of the few.
D8, right?
D8 times 2 plus 3.
Times 2, 9.
9.
9 total.
Crack. Kind of look towards you. Sort of that low growl at you. Still up.
I'll give it another swing.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, shit.
That shit,
9.
that shit.
9 total to hit.
Yeah, just 9. Yeah.
Was
to
that at
hit.
advantage?
Oh, it was not an advantage. So I
Yeah,
just roll again.
they're all at advantage. All attacks are at
I
advantage.
keep forgetting to do advantage. Okay,
No,
I'll
you're
just roll
good.
again.
How often do you have someone tied to a tree and just start beating the shit out of them? And I mean,
Right.
that's common, yeah.
12. This one was 12.
Does 12 hit them? I don't even have their. I mean, I have their sheet up. I just don't. Wasn't looking at it at the time.
Hit him with the
Phantom text. Shine,
That is actually exactly what you needed. You crack, barely hitting, but it does hit. Like, you see, like they try to like dodge out of the way a bit after like not moving at all. They try to dodge and it almost misses, but still crack. Auto crit. Roll again.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't need damage on that one.
No, oh sorry, damage. Sorry, not roll again. Roll damage. Excuse me.
Okay, yeah. Damage is 5 total.
5 total. Crack. Yes.
All right.
Go up.
He kind of just rubs his hands together and just like kind of loosen up a bit. Oh, I didn't roll advantage, but I'll roll again.
Mhm.
18.
Yeah. Auto crit.
Damage.
Yep.
Fuck, 5 again.
Yeah, as you crack again, They're still standing. You see this person now. You see the like person, this strong one, this beast creature spits out blood as it looks up to you. The anger in their face so clear, but also the exhaustion sort of showing now as well.
All right. One more time.
I'm about to hit it myself.
It
12.
hadn't taken much damage. 12 hits again, yeah. Just exactly what we needed.
We'll keep going till this thing knocks out.
Knock that thing out, man. Knock out the park.
All right. 13.
13
damage.
with this final crack, boom, straight to their upper cheek, trying to hit their temple, missing just slightly lower, catching their cheek. Then like their eyes sort of roll back into their head, and then they kind of slow release. Knocked
Alright,
unconscious.
I assume I'll move this one by myself as well.
This one
I
is
think you
about
might need help with that one.
7.5,
That
8
one's
feet
big.
tall. Yeah,
I think
okay.
we
not
might
as
do
big
this
as
like-
the
Yeah.
like 7.5 feet, not 7, 8.
Yeah, I
Fair,
think it
fair,
would be
fair.
better if we
Yeah.
all assist you in trying to move that. So, Fanrax,
Please.
Petra,
My
Inaris.
pleasure, my pleasure.
Of course, I'll let you get the position closest to Sai.
Where's that at?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know. Anyways, he snaps out of it, trying to make himself stop blushing. What's going on? How you doing tonight, elf boy? How you doing? He gets right next to him, get ready to pick up the body part to help him move the body. Hope you're doing great tonight. You look really good right there doing that. You know, the whole spiel of you, beating the fuck out of these things. You look really good doing that.
You like that, Goblin Boy?
Oh, I bet I did. I did. I mean, I liked it.
Guys, please, let's go ahead and move. Move this last one into the cellar.
Okay, let's move.
Are you sliding it down again?
I think we're gonna just
I
carry this one
I
if we're
think we
down
should
for it.
carry it.
Okay. Who is sort of at the bottom, sort of steering this creature?
That's the one with the most weight on it, right? Sai.
So just give me an athletics check, please. With advantage, you do have
Okay.
help from multiple
Oh.
people.
Shit, I'll just roll again.
I hope so.
19.
Yeah.
19, you were able to not only maintain your own weight, but maintain a lot of this creature's weight and steer basically where you need to go. You're able to step over the other two that have been placed down here and set it down there. And at this point, up top, you whoever is remaining up there sees Kamasi sort of come out. All right, I think house is at. Yeah. Where did you get them downstairs, down in the cellar?
Yeah, I start taking that chain, getting ready. Start putting it on.
Well, because the chain was from not the actual thing, and it wasn't actually like one of those snap locks, because they couldn't have locked it behind them technically that way. It was like a key lock.
Oh.
Piece.
Shit.
Yeah, because I spaced that.
Can we ask Kamasu if he has a padlock?
Yeah, well, he has the key.
No, but if he has like just another lock.
I don't really have a reason for it. I mean, maybe I have one around somewhere, but I'd have to go look.
Would you please?
Go look?
Well, if they couldn't get in, there's a good chance they won't get out too.
I kind of want to lock up the one that looked the most evil. They were scaring me.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. I'm scared, Miss Freya. I'm scared, Miss Freya. Turn the lights on. I'm scared.
It's up to you guys. I mean, we could just
So
we
can't-
could put some heavy things on top of it. Try to
Some-
get some stones or something, some rocks.
Yeah,
Put it on top of
good.
the.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pile some stones on top.
All right,
Sounds good to me then.
I'll go lock it then.
Thank you.
He just takes a key out and goes and locks the. You guys are able to sort of forage around for some larger stones. Over the course of the next 20, 30 minutes, just taking some time to grab some of these like larger rocks around this farm and pile it on top of there to the point where, it's not really noticeable that there is obviously you guys know that there is a cellar door there, but that it's not really noticeable.
Cool.
Okay. What's the plan now?
We're
we've-
gonna...
Oh,
I think we should head back to town and see if we can find anything out about our condition.
I gotta go talk to May's parents first. Make sure that it's okay to keep the boat there until after the pirate situation.
Yeah,
Why don't we just leave it
we
there?
can do that.
What if they do something to it?
True.
Then they'll have to deal with us.
Damn right.
Fair.
Yeah, I'd
All
rather
right.
not take any
That sounds
time
good.
out.
Let's get back to town then.
We're walking to town.
You have your ship docked at the Xiinvarian estate? Is that what?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you know about him?
Snobbish type. They just keep themselves kind of rude. I don't know. They're rich folks.
Their daughter seemed different.
Oh, May? Yeah,
Fine.
May's nice. May's nice. Good kid.
Definitely.
Good kid. Don't really see the parents around town too much, but we see May. Did you end up getting those berries or?
What berries?
I think I have more higher priorities, more pressing issues right now. I can focus on the berries later. But thank you though.
Same. All right. Let's head to town then, I guess. I guess I know the way and you don't. I'll lead the way. And the five of you start heading towards town with the other two, with Edboon and Callius. Anything that you guys would like to do on your trip? It is not a long trip. This is like an hour trip to town. This is not a large island. It's like an hour walk from one side of the island to the other.
I'd say I'd just like to keep the conversation going with Taruna. Just not about anything, any recent events, just about the bakery.
Yeah, and she sort of goes through like these new things that like they have in stock, like the best thing that she's liked really recently, like that they've been having like this lemon loaf recently that she thinks that you should try. And just sort of common like kid things, like her favorite pastries that this baker Miss Riddle Speaker makes. But there is an air of concern in her voice at times. Like they said, your friend, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Said that my dad might be cursed. What does that mean?
As of now, it's just has to deal with the bite he has. I know one of my companions has gotten bit as well, so it's at the top of our priority to figure out. I know we're going to, and we've figured out problems before, so we'll take care of your dad. Like,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just make sure nothing bad happens to him. It's been really tough on the farm since we lost Mom, so I don't know what we do. And she just kind of like becomes quiet again. And at this point, invisibility has faded. This is sort of towards the end of the walk. You're getting more towards the Thier, I mean, it's not a city, the like city or the town proper. And she sort of, after a little bit of silence and then sort of talking about something else, she sort of is like, oh yeah, bakery's just over there, and sort of points off. And it is getting towards evening now at this point, and Boone has been pretty quiet throughout the whole time, but chimes in every once in a while, still sort of tweaking working on Tuan as, just sort of as they walk. Well, that's
I just turn around every once in a while. I do our new sign.
Yeah.
Just
And
making sure
they do
everything's
it back. There's right back. You whoop. And that's that one, the small house. That one's Miss Riddle Speakers.
Yeah, I promised your dad I'd take you straight there, so I think that's what we should do.
Okay, yeah. And you do smell these like glorious smells of baked goods. It is evening time by now, but it still smells good. This smaller, almost halfling sized home with sort of like almost like how like those walk up to, there are the certain like diners, or not diners, but like that you walk up to. You don't go in. There's no inn. It's just a kitchen or a bakery. And it's got like, there's like a window that is currently closed, but like this large window at the side. And it says, Riddle Speakers Bakery. And it's just sort of this attachment on the side of her house. We can just go to the door. We've had food here before. I mean, Dad and I have had dinner here before.
Yeah, sure thing. And I'll go up to the door and be the first to knock.
Yeah, as you knock, you hear the sound of like slow footsteps. And this like, very creaky old wooden door sort of opens. And you see this old halfling woman with brown skin, sort of very frizzy, curly, like puffed up white hair, grayish white hair. Hello, oh my dear Taruna, it is so nice to see you. But I'm sorry, I was closed, but for you, I made you a lemon loaf. I knew you would be okay. I knew you'd be okay. I got a lemon loaf ready just for you. And she just like starts walking off.
Like they both trail off inside.
No, like Miss Riddle Speaker just starts walking away. Like back into her house. It's like, and Taruna just has like this big smile the first time that you've actually like, she had like a small smile when you did like these little like magical tricks, like of like amazement. This is like, this is like comfort. This is a comfort smile. And she comes back and is holding like this not tinfoil, but like this wrapped, like cloth wrapped tinfoil. That would be crazy. This cloth wrapped, like bread loaf as a gift. Just for you as a gift. How are you doing, sweetie? My dad told me I was supposed to come here and stay for a bit. Some really bad stuff happened. And she's like, "Oh, you poor, come in. Who is this? Who is this?"
Hi, my name's Callius. I was told by Kamasu to bring her here.
Oh, sweet young man. Well, thank you very much. And she like walks over and like puts her. She's got this halfling woman, probably no taller than like 2'9" in her day, but she is like, very much bent over, probably from like working away in like a bakery. And she like puts her like small hand up to you.
I'll bow down to make it a little easier.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for making sure Taruna made it here safely. Do you here? I'll get you something for your troubles. And she walks off back to the kitchen. Come on, Taruna. Make you some dinner. And she comes back. Well, I appreciate you bringing her safely here. She looks and she comes back and you see Taruna sort of sitting in like the small kitchen setup. I appreciate you bringing her safe. She looks a little worse for wear. But thank you very much. And like hands you a donut.
I just mutter to myself, I'll have to still try a lemon loaf before I leave.
Oh, I'll make you one tomorrow. Come on by.
Oh, I'm like embarrassed she overheard like me.
Oh, sorry, I
Thank you.
didn't realize you said under your breath. I registered that so late.
Oh no.
Well, thank you. Who is your friend? That is the coolest suit of armor I have ever seen. Oh my goodness.
This is my friend, Ed
Did
Boone.
Calantha make that? That's cool. And then you hear from behind you, Ed Boone's like, "Thank you. Be whoop." And just walks, like, takes a few steps away. Well,
Flaunt the boots.
shows the boots, like. And, well, Callius, thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you for bringing her here safely. If I need to find you, well, you'll come by tomorrow for that lemon loaf. But if I need to find you, where you're not from around here. Where are you? Are you at the inn?
We've been there a few times. My companion stayed there just a night or so ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we'll be local in town. I'll say we're adventurers tasked with
You're those
protecting
people.
the city.
Oh,
So we'll be
I
around.
wanted to meet y'all for a while. That's cool. People were talking about you when they came by today. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Good things, I hope.
Interesting. Yeah, Tanner said that he was promised bagels and didn't get them, so Tanner's an interesting folk, so I thought he might just be lying, but he's Xiinvarian, bless his soul, he's something. Well, I hope you have a fine evening. I'm gonna take care of the little one, okay? Take care, y'all.
Thank you.
And she, sort of closes the door behind you. And you just hear, "What do you want to eat?" And they, go to it. And I think that's where we'll end tonight's session. It's almost 11. hope
Thank
you'll
you,
have
Flay
fun.
Thank you, Faye.
That was
Yay,
awesome.
Flay
Freya.
Flay.
It was a great
Yo,
session.
Callius. Holy.
Yo,
So much
Callie is the
Callius
fucking role
content.
model.
MVP.
Yeah, my Callius.
Yeah, my Callie.
I
The
remember.
protector.
I remember when Chanel was like, "Yeah, Callius isn't gonna be like a good person. You can't take the good out of Chanel. I swear, you just can't. It's not
Has to do
possible."
with the backstory.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm
That
sorry.
session was heavy, man.
Yo, I hope you guys had
Yeah.
fun. Thank you so much for
Yes,
playing.
perfect.
We'll go around in a
Sweet.
circle. We'll start this time with Alexir, super casual. Our strong
again,
man, our knock everybody out
Ooh.
guy,
He's our tank.
our tank for this
I'm gonna teach you
evening.
this lesson, old man.
He's so
Hi,
tall.
I'm super casual, aka Alexir. I stream just about every week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So be there. We're playing Elden Ring. We're prepping for DLC, Elden Ring DLC.
Yeah,
It's gonna be amazing. We're doing a guts build. Any Berserk fans out there?
yeah. Get
you
on
know,
over there. It's super cool.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and carry you over to my stream if you need any. If you need me to carry you on my back or on my arms.
Yeah,
I'm
Piggyback
swole.
ride? You offering piggyback rides?
I know. That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, that's a deep cut. Deep cut.
Um,
But yeah, amazing session. Go follow ArchmageFreya and all the homies here.
thank you. Frankie Beats.
Oh shit, yo, I'm Frankie _beats. I've been your goblin tonight. Once again, Freya, thank you so much for the fucking kick-ass session, and thank you so much for the 24-hour. We don't deserve this much content, but we get it. I don't know how
My
we did,
pleasure.
but we
Thanks
get
for
it.
being. Thanks for being here.
You're a trooper. But yeah, I stream Monday through Fridays. I also do some drums in between there. And everyone go follow Freya and all these amazing ass peeps here because it was a sick ass session. And other than that, it was heavy, man.
Cooties.
I'm Chief Cooties. I don't stream, but I'm the resident Calantha enjoyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you, Miss Freya, and for all these amazing people for this beautiful session.
Hell yeah. Kiwi.
My name is Kiwi. I also don't stream, but go follow these people. And thank you, Frey, for doing a 24-hour and then hosting our D&D sesh. You're a freaking soldier. Yeah.
Q will be streaming on November 17th, and Cooties will be streaming on November 18th. Be there at B
Yes.
Square.
And I'll raid into cooties.
And I did play as your resident Warforged Artificer as much as I possibly could without stomping on toes of a character. But go follow Aberema Black streams on occasion. I've been playing a lot of. I've been addicted to World of Warcraft recently, and been playing a lot of WoW with Brima. So give him some love and be over there when he streams next. Ollie.
Hi, I'm Ollie Peach Senpai, and I was your Triton Druid and not furry, because I'm not. I'm kind of playing Fallout 4 probably tomorrow, so come check it out. Big shout out to Freya, the Dungeon Mistress, for pulling this shit off after a 24-hour stream. How does she do it? I don't know. She's amazing. Thank you guys again.
Thank you for playing. And our MVT, most valuable tiefling of the episode.
Yeah, I'm Chanel. I had a pleasure playing Callius today.
Yeah.
Stream. I am going through my first play of Dark Souls 1, and it's a blast. And yeah, a week has never felt so long. I love these sessions.
And I'm Freya. I am doing a 24-hour, actually 28-hour now stream on hour 27, and I have, technically because I slept, I have 6 hours left. But thank you so much. I had a fucking blast. My players make it really easy. Thank you to Liz again for writing the summary, because I forgot to do it, and then She wrote it for me while I
busy,
was
girl.
streaming. So
Thanks, Kiwi.
genuinely, thank you, Kiwi. Thank you to all my players. If you're not following all of them, they are fucking amazing, and you should be. If you weren't entertained, then that's crazy. This session, because that was a blast.
If you
And
were
you
dead bored, you're
if the only thing you cared about was eating, sorry, that's such a. But I
kings.
I am going to be grabbing some food and continuing streaming because I got 6 hours left. So, yeah, much love. Thank you guys for joining us on our 11th episode of Sailing the Xiinvarian Sea. Maybe some of my friends will be playing games with me when I get back. Much love. Catch you in a little bit.
Wingstop.